What could be more English than a driven pheasant shoot? What could be more English than a light and snappy game gun? Well, not much, except this pheasant shoot is in France and the gun is designed by Belgians. We are on one of France's premier shoots, Domaine la Feuge outside Paris, and hosting the day are the guys from Browning, headquartered in Liège, who want to try out a couple of guns that are going down well with British pheasant shooters. The whole thing is Brit-inspired with continental flair. Par exemple, this is the Beater's Bus. One of the shooters here is Alain Drach, who used to run Holland and Holland in London and was one of the driving forces behind the foundation of the Countryside Alliance. He explains the appeal of this English-style shoot located here in France.
There are a lot of French people coming to Devon, Somerset, good shoots, and who are looking for good shoots around here. As you've seen, you have to be selective, like in most part of the shoots, but there are plenty of very nice high birds here, and they're fast. So yes, there is a market for this.
The old chateau lies at the heart of the shoot, and the drives are arranged in a semicircle around the park. We move slowly clockwise. First to drive, and I am with Louis-Marie Déprez, who is shooting the Browning Crown and appears to be having some dollar. There's nothing wrong with the gun. What's defeating him is the sun.
It's terrific. I cannot see nothing. Just with my eyes closed. No, cannot shoot. Nothing.
At the end of the drive, he still has plenty of pheasants to pick. One continental aspect that's attractive is that the guns and the beaters lay out the birds proudly at the end of each drive and admire them. Next drive is snap shooting in the woods. This is where the Crown comes into its own.
So you're pretty pleased with that shot?
Yeah, yeah, really.
But how does this gun shoot? Is it heavy? Is it light?
The balance is very good. So it's not a question of weight, but the balance makes the shoot really easy. So it's very nice.
I asked Louis-Marie if shooting a gun like this makes him a more confident shot.
Confident, no, but happy, yes. Happy. Aesthetic is not an important part for shooting, but it's an important part of the gun. So it makes the gun better.
Here's a little history lesson. Launched in 1973, if you ever shot a school gun at a playground, there's a nearly half chance it was a Browning 5.25. When the 7.25 came out 40 years later, the world of shooting held its breath. Does this mean the end for the much-loved 5.25? Not a bit of it. The 5.25 still sells well and has appeared in popular special editions such as the Liberty Light and now the Crown, which is priced at around £4,500. You get great quality wood, and it's proving a popular choice for a pair of guns for under £10,000. Anyone who worries that they should be shooting fibre wad cartridges but they ain't as good as plastic wads, this gun is designed for a fibre wad future. And talking of the future, there's an aim-point gun sight on the shoot. See, it is catching on with bird shooters. Halfway through the day, and gamekeeper Eric Poulain is content with how the shoot is going. He usually puts on 200 bird days like this, but he is under extra pressure today. He has the great and the good from the French-speaking gun trade here.
L'objectif,
you have two ways to hunt: rough shooting, front of view, and drive and hunt. And for the drive and hunt, he made it specially so the pheasants and partridges can fly very high and fast.
Happily, Eric has had plenty of experience.
Moi, ça fait 20 ans. Oui, c'est ça.
So Eric is working for 25 years here at the Domaine la Feuge, but he's following his parents who are doing this for 25 years too, so almost 50 to 60 years.
Another keen shooter is Antoine Berton, editor-in-chief of Chasseur, Français, the envy of Europe's hunting magazines with a circulation in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, we love the English style. For us, it represents the top of the pop for hunting small game, because it's you have to be very sport. Pheasants have to fly high, and so you have to compare yourself to the neighbor. And we love this. And English people have the really good spirit.
On the way to Drive 3, we have to pause. There is an occupational hazard of driven bird shooting on the continent, a wild boar holed up in a cover crop. We're not set up for wild boar shooting today, so it's important to move it on.
And everybody starts to be excited, so it's preferable to stay on the small game, and you give a salute to the wild boar or to the red deer, and you will wait for drive and hunt for boars after.
After making everyone nervous, it eventually slips out to the other side of the crop. Now I join another shooter, Pierre Antoine from Browning, who is shooting the 725 Black, another gun designed with the British clay game market in mind. The B725 Sporter Black Edition has an entirely black receiver with Browning engravings on it. The 725 remains a technical revolution. Based on the famous B25, it retains many of the design features of the B525.
So we shot with a 725 UK Black Gold, 20 gauge, sorry.
And why is it UK?
Because of the wood finish and the engravery.
And this is a very English sort of shoot.
Yeah, because it's pheasant shooting, so yeah, that's why it's also...
And you're shooting a very English gun.
Yeah.
So can I get you to sing the English national anthem, please?
Oh no, I can't. I'm French, so sorry, I can't. It's not possible for me. I can't.
Is it a reasonably easy gun to shoot?
Yeah, it is. Very light, really good balance, 20 gauge, really effective. I really like it.
Last drive of the day, and we add duck to the bag as well as some stunning pheasants. Pierre is getting into the groove with his 725. We end the day with a grand ceremonial laying out of the game. Like much about this shoot, it's a work of art. And talking of which, for more about Browning's shotguns, visit Browning.eu.